Another passion mini training. And in today's mini training, I want to talk to you guys about building a schedule that works. So, I want to emphasize that your life is not anyone else's life. A lot of times we go to people and we're like, well, how do you do things? Or what's the type of schedule that you're on? But the key to this is figuring out what works best for you, because every family is different, every household is different. For example, me and my husband are full-time entrepreneurs. My husband works for an organization. I have my own organization and will be starting and launching a program from that organization. And we're pastors and we have a toddler. Okay, so we have a lot on our plate that we do, and I probably miss some stuff, but those are like the main things that we really give a lot of our time to. So we cannot compare our lives to someone who maybe works a 9 to 5, doesn't have any children, is married or single, right? It's gonna be a little bit different. It doesn't mean you can't still get tips and suggestions from other people, especially those who are experts in that field. But what's really key here is figuring out what does your family structure look like and what works for you. Excuse me. So what I always tell people is it's better to get in 10 minutes to an hour than to not get anything in at all. A lot of times what we do is we want to have this prolonged work day. So I want to work 4 hours on my passion, which is awesome. It's good thinking, but is that realistic for your life is what you need to ask yourself. A lot of people, what keeps them bound in this type of mindset is they end up not working at all. Okay, days and days going by because they're so consumed in trying to get 4 hours in when really all they have is an hour right now, this time in their life. Maybe it's 10 minutes. That time counts, guys. It adds up. That is 10 minutes more that you took to work on your passion than you did before. Okay, and that 10 minutes times another 10 minutes times another 10 minutes, right? Before you know it, 3 days in, you've already given 30 minutes to your passion. Okay, so I want to just give you guys some tips for how to create a schedule. All right, the first thing is write out all of your priorities, and I mean actual priorities, guys. Okay, watching Netflix is not a priority. Okay, rest is though. So if that's how you rest, okay, create a rest slot. But write out which we'll talk about in a second. Write out the priorities that you need to do. So that's things like, I don't know, going to work, going to church if you do that, if you play a sport, whatever that looks like. I mean, we're in quarantine, so probably not doing that right now, but you know what I'm saying. The things that are really crucial for you that you need to get done. Once you've done that, write down the things that are not as crucial for you. Put those in separate lists. Then pull out a calendar that has time slots. Don't just pull out a Monday to Friday calendar. Put out 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. All right? To 12 a.m. to 12 a.m. And what I want you guys to do is fit in the priorities. Then I want you to write in a passion slot, okay, which is part of the priorities, by the way. Then you list in the things that are not quite so priority. The second tip I want to give you guys is plan the things that don't seem like they need to be planned. Things like eating, okay? Taking a shower, rest time, watching Netflix. If you don't put a time on it, then it can end up spilling over into the priority time, okay? Or it can end up spilling into the necessities hour. So I really want you guys to write down everything. How long does it take you to shower? How long does you think you need to eat? Do you need to cook before you eat? Put those thoughts in. It may seem ridiculous to watch, I don't know, How to Get Away with Murder for an hour, but if you don't put that in, before you know it, you're watching How to Get Away with Murder for 3 hours, okay? So put that in. Every little thing, put it into your calendar. It makes things easier and it allows you to kind of go through as a checklist, which is my third tip. Go through it as a checklist. Check them off throughout the day. All right, like, okay, 8. All right, I washed dishes. Okay, I finished the email I had to send. Go through it. One for one, it's gonna build your confidence. You're gonna feel good that you got through those things. And 2, it allows you to see if you've missed anything in your day. All right, so that's my third tip. And finally, find somebody who can keep you accountable to the calendar. So who can check up on you. Hey, how did your checklist go today? I have about 2 or 3 of those people in my life. Hey, how did the shooting go? You know, how did sending your emails go? Especially in those areas that you're struggling to maintain. Give it to someone and have them hold you accountable to that list. And another way of accountability is posting it somewhere visual and visible to see all the time. So in our house, we have whiteboards. in almost every room, every like common room. Okay, so write it out so that you're passing it by, you're seeing it, you're able to easily access it. Don't just have it on your phone calendar. Don't just have a little list that you wrote out in your room. Put it somewhere where you can see it. I know some of my clients have it as a screensaver on their phone, or they set up alarms, notifications. That's fine. But either way, build what works for you guys. Do not get discouraged. Don't decide that, oh my goodness, I didn't work on my passion today, I'm gonna be down all week about it. That's fine. Maybe the next day, instead of taking 10 minutes, take 20. Make up for that time. Always have a makeup slot. All right, guys, so that is my advice for you today. If you have any questions about this, if there's anything that I've said that you want me to expand on, or you want me to send you maybe some screenshots of how I do things, I'm more than happy to do that. I hope this was helpful. Have an amazing day, guys.